Guys, we're going to talk about the wide receiver situation for the Browns, but I want to start with this. I'm going to show you a blind resume, and tell me if you guys can figure out who this is.
Kenny Galladay.
70 targets.
Galladay.
This season,
Off top?
this season.
What a pool.
70 targets, 32 receptions, 347 reception yards, and a touchdown. Who is that?
Wait a
Give me
minute.
10 seconds.
This guy plays for the Browns?
10, 9.
No,
No,
well-
just, who is it? It could be anybody. 8, 7.
Harrison.
It's impossible to guess. So, Steve,
Harrison Brown.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Steve, let's see who it is.
No, Odell's got more than that.
This is what you combined with Cedric Tillman, David Bell, and Marquise Goodwin this season. So if Elijah Moore can't go, these are receivers 2, 3, and 4 at the moment. So with that in mind, guys, if Elijah Moore is not back from his concussion by the playoffs, he definitely will not play in Week 18. Do you think the Browns need to peruse the free agent market to find another receiver, possibly call up Austin Watkins Jr. from the practice squad?
Wait a minute. What did you just say? If he's not back Sunday, he's definitely not playing Week 18?
No, he's definitely not playing Week 18. He may be
If he's
back
not
for
back
the
for
playoffs.
the- right.
He's not back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Guys, I would say.
I see. Okay.
I said this last week, Jay, you and G were not here. I'd be giving Jarvis Landry a call right now.
I've said that Week 10.
What does he have? I don't know what he has left in the tank. Obviously, he worked out for somebody a few weeks ago.
The Colts on the 20th.
And they didn't sign him, so that's a little telling. But I would definitely give Jarvis Landry a call because he would be a perfect fit here, assuming he, he's not that old. I'm surprised he's
What
out
is
of
he,
the
29?
league.
Probably
I don't know.
30.
I'll look it
30.
up.
I don't think he's 30
Yeah,
yet.
he's not very old.
And he's certainly not much older than that, even if he is 30.
He's
so
31.
29
He's
is
31.
that's young.
No.
That's young enough for one postseason
If you're a
run.
wide receiver in the NFL, you're closer to the end than the beginning.
I'm not talking about signing him long term. I'm
No,
talking
we
about
don't
signing
need
him
him
for
long
the next month.
And Bull, remember
Yeah.
we had these same conversations about Kareem Hunt and Joe Flacco. Remember? Right here in these chairs.
Yeah. Yep.
We had the same exact conversation. Should they call Kareem Hunt?
Yes.
Yes, they did. Look what he's doing this year. He's been an incredible goal line back.
I always said the thing about Jarvis is he brings something that you don't necessarily have.
The
in
intangibles.
It's the toughness, the physicality. He literally changed the whole mindset of a room, a position, a team actually.
Like
when
when
he went viral for the you guys got to practice type speech,
Yeah.
like that changed everything. So
Yeah.
he brings something because the wide receiver room. Amari Cooper's a great receiver, but he's not a vocal guy. He's pretty quiet about things.
Yeah.
Jarvis brings that passion, that energy that's going to get them going. I'm still cool with Marquise Goodwin because although his numbers isn't great, he missed a bunch of the season with the concussion. Putting him out there still scares the heck out of any DB that lines up against
He's a nice
him. So
decoy
that
for
right
the
there
deep
is
ball.
still going to get you. And Joe Flacco's proven that he can hit him on a deep route.
I
So
just feel like Jarvis can come off the couch and catch you 5 passes for 50 yards.
I agree.
Right, and
I wonder
and
what
get
kind of
some
shape
first
he was in.
downs.
The fact that the Colts didn't sign
Yeah,
him.
I mean, that's a little bit of a red flag.
The Colts is stupid.
we got to
But
see
again,
who they signed. Who did
again,
they sign?
I
We
just-
don't know what he looks like.
I just said this a
Here we
minute
go.
ago. Risk versus reward. You sign Jarvis Landry, there's zero risk. What's the risk?
I'm
Paying him league minimum, probably.
I'm the Duke of knee jerk, but here's what I'm going to tell you, man. If they bring Jarvis Landry in, they up the ante and tell me that they trying to win a Super Bowl. I really think he can be a missing piece on a team. The Browns, where they at, a veteran. He's the dude that comes in, and I know a lot of people don't like storylines, but there's a lot of people that wasn't advocating for Joe Flacco when we was advocating for him. There was a lot of people saying Kareem Hunt was done 3. This dude got 10 touchdowns. We're not asking Jarvis Landry to be 3, 5, 10 years Jarvis Landry. We asking Jarvis Landry in the AFC Championship game to come down with a clutch 39.
You telling me he's
tiptoeing.
not better than David Bell right now?
yeah.
You can't tell me he
He's
can't
gotta be.
he can't get open on press man coverage against some rookie. That type and when you look at the story, think about how if you get a Jarvis Landry who never wanted to leave to start with. Like Kareem Hunt talks about it. You talk to him, Jay, at the food thing. He wanted to be here. It's special. So for me, it may seem like, oh, this is a Disney story. I'm gonna tell you what. You bring Jarvis Landry in here, you give yourself a chance to get a Super Bowl.
So let's talk about Jarvis in this Colts workout. He worked out. It was 8 people that he worked out with, and all of them wasn't wide receivers. They ended up signing Jaden Mickens on the practice squad.
Is he a wide receiver?
He's a wide receiver, but he's a return guy. He's a return
so that's
specialist.
different.
The
Maybe
receivers was Jarvis, Kiki Kuti, Kendall
remember him.
Hinton,
Yeah.
Adam Humphreys. That's a DB. Jaden
God,
Mickens.
can you imagine Jarvis Landry
Yeah, that was
showing
it.
up to that cattle call?
Yeah.
So that
I'm not excited about
What's
the
that?
names.
Who are the other names you had up there, Mike? Just in case, I'm curious.
Steve, you take 164A. The other guy I think is kind of interesting. I was trying to look for guys who either have played in Stefanski's system,
Well,
and know the
Higgins was
playbook,
here.
or have a relationship with Joe Flacco. Because coming in this late, if they were to sign somebody, you're not going to totally pick up something new. And
Yeah,
Corey Davis was
you're
the other
right.
guy I kind of liked. He retired before the season. He was on the Jets, and he actually had a career
Right.
high in
Higgins
yards
was
per
here.
reception last year. Crowder and Galladay, I just threw on there. Crowder played with
So
Flacco
he has experience with Flacco.
with the Jets.
Corey
Crowder
Davis.
and Davis do.
The only two names on that list is Jarvis and Higgins. Why? Because it's so late in the season that they can pick the playbook up like that because they've already been in the system. I like Jarvis over all of those because Jarvis catches a drag route and he's a physical runner.
What
after
were
catching
his,
it.
what were his
It's not like
numbers
he-
his last
it's
year
not
in
like
New
you
Orleans?
asked
Because
him
he hasn't
to
been
do
with the
something
team.
I
great.
think he
Physical
missed a
around
lot
the
of the
goal
year.
line.
I think he
Hurt.
did too. I think he did too. Maybe it's
I'd
just
be
a
okay
case
with
where-
any of those guys. Gala, I have no interest in Gala.
Not
The
Galladay,
rest-
yeah.
The rest of them are all fine. If it's not, Landry's clearly the best choice.
Come on, AB. Listen.
Last year, Jarvis Landry only played 9 games, had 25 receptions for 270 yards and 1 touchdown.
we don't.
I mean, that's kind of equivalent to what.
The three receivers.
What's
He's
his name
on a
is
very
doing?
Cedric Tillman pace, but he only
Hey.
played 9 games. Tillman's played more.
Hey,
but
you
he's
ever-
essentially Cedric Tillman numbers.
You ever grow up in your neighborhood and you used to be playing, football with the little tomboy down the street, and then all of a sudden one summer she come back, you're like, hold on. I don't want you. You're not a receiver right now. You actually doing your thing a little bit. And people, you don't want to date her. You say, listen, don't worry about that. Y'all's game ain't together. See, I can upgrade her. Listen. We could go get her into a nice outfit. She put her hair down. It's about to be a problem. You bring her into that homecoming. You're like, gee, Bush got him one, bro. Where did that come from? We not worry about nothing that happened with any other team. Jarvis Landry come up in here. You get him together with that visor back again. He gonna get 2 ticks faster.
I mean,
Visor.
what do you?
Sheesh.
You know what I love how G. Bush is styling up his girls.
Yes.
Hey, hon, you got to get a nice outfit. You got to
Boom.
put that
What
hair
are we-
down.
what are you
Get those
asking?
heels.
I'll give you a makeover.
Yeah, let's get the
What are
Browns
you
together.
asking these receivers to do? Like, it's not like Amari Cooper's gonna be healthy. And you got Marquise still got the speed. You still need somebody that can get the tough yards. If you
Like
throw him
first downs.
You throw him a
Yeah.
drag or something, he gonna catch the
Jarvis
ball. I don't-
Landry's a good
I
first
don't
down wide
understand.
receiver.
Hey, can you imagine if it's 3rd down and I got Njoku and I got Amari Cooper and Jarvis? I feel good about picking that up.
Was there any chatter about why Jarvis didn't get signed, what he looked like?
They
Anything?
said-
Did you guys see anything
No, I don't
online?
I
know.
wonder
no,
if he was looking for too much money, and by the time he was willing to take less.
Man, if you're
Nobody's
Jarvis,
listening.
you're playing for league minimum.
I mean,
And
at
they
this
ended up
point,
signing a special teams guy because Mickens is one of the better returners. He
Yeah.
actually has been a very productive.
And maybe that's what they were looking for.
I wonder if that's more of what they were looking for.
Or they
than
needed a
anything else.
hybrid. Maybe they needed a return guy who could help them at receiver. We specifically need a receiver.
See, Jay, this is the analogy. When you're in the media, right? Once you get to a certain age, how many media guys go from Wichita to New York after the age of 50?
Oh, no, it ain't happening at that point. No.
Look, so
Yeah.
right, like look, you like nah. I know for a fact you're not getting that off. So when you talk about a receiver, he's 31 years old. Why would I bring you in? I'm gonna get this up and coming. I'm gonna pay him less.
Right.
He's gonna do more,
Right.
and I ain't gotta worry about getting you the football.
Yeah.
Like it's just a no-brainer. But here's different.
The culture, though, I mean, if I'm the Colts and I can bring because there's one thing that everybody will agree on. He is going to upgrade your culture,
Yeah, no
period,
doubt.
no matter what. No matter
No
who, whatever team he goes to, there's going to be a buzz in the locker room. Jarvis is here.
Jarvis back.
Jarvis just walked in the building. Like that, he'll bring a certain cachet. This
Yeah.
guy that they signed, he had to be introduced to everybody.
Yeah. Right.
When you bring Jarvis in, there's going to be no introductions. There's going to be a lot of reunion hugs.
Yeah.
A lot.
And it shows this season. Anytime you brought somebody back, Kareem Hunt, it's helped you win.
And really, if you think about it, this season, you have a chance to, the narrative of this season can be like the island of misfit toys.
Boy.
You bring in Joe Flacco off of the couch. You bring in Kareem Hunt. No one wanted him. You bring in Jarvis Landry. Nobody wanted him. There's something to be said about a winner and a proven veteran who has done it at a high level. There is a certain amount of get back. I'll guarantee you in Joe Flacco's mind, he has played this scenario out. we go to Baltimore for the AFC Championship.
Oh, yeah.
He's not human if he hasn't played that out.
Oh, he's playing
also
that,
not
yeah.
human if he doesn't see himself throwing for 4 touchdowns and rolling out with the Lamar Hunt trophy on his way to the Super Bowl.
I need one.
You know what I like about Jarvis? It's because Jarvis, when he first got here, he came out and said, they sent me to Cleveland to end my career. Because, people at that time, Cleveland wasn't really good. He said, Miami traded me here to let my career die. And he did such a great job of bringing them up and bringing light to the city. But it's got to be in his mind. I didn't finish it. That job isn't done.
You're right.
I wanted to bring a championship to that city. And right now, that group is on the cusp of doing that right now. I can be that piece. I can bring that attitude. I can bring that passion. Let me finish what I started.
Yeah.
I think out of all the free agent spots, he still hasn't won a ring in his career, I don't think. Out of all the spots that he can land, Cleveland probably means the most to him right now because in his mind, he's saying to himself, I didn't finish my job. So please give that man an opportunity to finish it.
Jarvis, he and his man got a Super Bowl ring in Baltimore.
Yeah, he did.
So he like, listen, you got yours.
And again, I talk about the redemptive piece of this.
Yeah.
If Flacco and Jarvis walk onto that field in Baltimore,
Man,
Flacco has a chance to get over on his old team.
Yup.
Jarvis has a chance to get over on his lifelong best friend and get a chance at adding that ring too.
That's crazy.
I think it's another layer to the redemptive story that has become 2023, now 2024. What, like Bull said, what do you have to lose?
It's free.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's not like you signed him to a big deal.
But even if it ends up not being Jarvis, even though he's our first choice for all of us, they should bring in somebody because that was a pretty vicious concussion that Elijah Moore had. I mean, Marquise Goodwin missed 5 weeks when he had the concussion.
And you want to don't just sit pat. We applaud you for making a move with Flacco. It gave you life. Now Flacco is looking around and he got it. And I hope Joe Flacco goes to him because he has a little cachet built up too and be like, look, I know I'm glad y'all let me be in here, but now I'm a part of this. You got to get me somebody because it's going to come down to a couple of plays here or there.
Right.
And do you want to trust the young guys or do you want to have somebody that's in the holster ready?
You want to have that. Right now, the Browns have 2 great options in the passing game.
Yes.
Cooper and Njoku. We're thrilled with them both. They're both doing great. You need that third trusted option. Because right now the third option is a crapshoot.
No.
And, Elijah, honestly, I mean, maybe it's probably unfair and it's probably not true, but I would actually trust Jarvis Landry even more than I trust Elijah Moore.
I would too.
Even though Elijah Moore's been playing all season. That's probably not fair, but that's just how I feel about it.